Hello. Welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And today I want to dedicate this special episode to all you single mums out there this Mother's Day. Because for most of you who are listening around the world, you will be celebrating Mother's Day this Sunday. There are some parts of the world that do celebrate it on a different day, but the majority is this weekend. So this episode is for you. For all you single mums out there celebrating Mother's Day alone, without a partner, and possibly even without your kids. Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So, let's dive in. So, first of all, before I get into it, I'm going to start by wishing you all a happy Mother's Day. Now, it's not Mother's Day just yet, but I won't speak to you before then. So, this episode is for all of you beautiful, amazing mums out there, and it's celebrating you. Because as a single mum or as a single parent, we don't really get to celebrate Mother's Day. It's pretty much just another day in the life of single parenting, really, isn't it? We don't get to wake up and have those beautifully big wrapped presents or those nice thought out cards. I mean, we do. Most of us are lucky enough to get some nice little gifts from maybe the kids' school Mother's Day store, which we purchased with our money, or some of them make stuff at school and their little arts and crafts and come home with handmade cards and poems, which is beautiful. And that's pretty much all I've ever been given as a Mother's Day present, and I love it. Would never complain about the gifts that I get for Mother's Day from my little girl. It's special. But it would be nice to be really treated and really honoured. Because when you're a mum to young kids and you're celebrating Mother's Day as a single parent, they don't understand the meaning of it. They might say, Happy Mother's Day, Mum, but they don't understand that it's a special day to us. So it really is just another day. We don't get the breakfast in bed. We don't get the beautiful big lunches unless you go out and celebrate with your mum and your family, which a lot of people do. But a lot of the time, people are just celebrating it on their own. And the sad thing is, there's also a lot of mums out there that don't even get to see their kids on Mother's Day. And that's so sad. And the reason for that is because with their parenting arrangements, their weekend doesn't fall on Mother's Day. So the kids are with the other parent, would be the father. It's extremely sad and unfortunate the amount of stories I hear of dads that just refuse to give in and let the kids see their mum on Mother's Day purely because it's their weekend. Their selfish needs, their ego comes first, and it comes above their kids wanting or being able to see their own mother on Mother's Day. I personally think that's a very low act. It's a childish behaviour of someone trying to prove a point. Mother's Day should be special. But the hard thing about that is when you're in that situation, you're inclined to probably want to do it back to them. Well, if they're not letting me see my kids on Mother's Day, I'm not going to give it on Father's Day. But you've both got to find a way to come together. Because if you want your kids on Mother's Day, then no doubt they would want their kids on Father's Day. So try find a way to come together or to communicate it. Say, you know what? I understand it's your weekend, but if Father's Day falls on my weekend, then I'm more than happy to cooperate and let you see the kids, but you've got to be able to cooperate with me and let me see the kids on Mother's Day. And I think that should be a given. That should be a given. No matter what your custody arrangement is, if you have the kids and you're the mother and you have them on Father's Day, do the right thing and let the dad see them. If you're a dad and you have the kids on Mother's Day, do the right thing and let the kids be with their mum. It's all about celebrating them as a mum. And this weekend, this is what I'm talking about. You as a mum, celebrating you because you are worthy of being celebrated. What you put in and how much work you do. And the sad thing is, it comes to this special day And we don't even really get to celebrate it. Because one, we don't have our kids, or our kids aren't old enough to buy presents or to make us breakfast or to do something special. So a lot of the times it is just another day. So we want to try and make it as special as we can. And it's hard enough as it is doing Mother's Day where we don't get gifts, where we don't get breakfast, where we don't get celebrated. And then to be in the position where you don't even get to enjoy that with your kids, I think that's an extremely selfish act. And if any of you out there listening to this do this, please reconsider. Please reconsider. It's not fair on the kids. You've got to do what's best for the kids. And if you wouldn't like it done to you, don't do it to the other parent. Work out a way to come together because you deserve to be celebrated. And so does the other parent. And this Sunday, it's your day. So if you wake up Sunday morning and you don't have breakfast in bed and you don't have that beautiful big present, be happy with that school gift that you got, or the handwritten Mother's Day card that they made at school, or the arts and crafts work that they did for you. Be happy with that. They're special things that you will always keep. But it is hard that once that moment's done, once we get given those gifts from school, or maybe you are lucky enough that you do have a cooperative co-parent and they have gone out of their way to buy your present, which is nice. That is so lucky. And there are some people out there that do that for the other parent. I think that's an amazing thing to do. And it's a very mature move to make. But if you are one of those ones that doesn't get a present, then I'm just here to remind you that you are worthy of being celebrated. Find a way to celebrate yourself this Sunday. And if it's on your own or if it's with your kids, celebrate it. Go out to the picnic and have a beautiful picnic lunch with your kids. Go out for a walk together. Go out for a lunch together if you can. Do something to celebrate you because you are worthy of being celebrated. And if you're one of the unfortunate ones who does have to spend it alone and you are unable to spend it with your kids, then do you know what? This is your chance to flip that around and think, I would really love to see my kids today, but I don't get a break. I very rarely get a chance to stop. So this is my chance where I can do some pampering. I can do something for me. Go out and get a massage. Do some nice pampering, facial, manicure, pedicure. Even if it's just sitting somewhere in peace and quiet and with a good book and a good glass of wine and you can just chill out. That is as good as a Mother's Day gift as any. I mean, mind you would love to have your kids with you, but this is another way to celebrate you. Find your way to do something this weekend that reminds you of how important you are. And another thing you can do this weekend, if you are alone or even if you are with the kids and you just feel like you want some company, reach out to other single mums that are celebrating their day alone or with just their kids. And they don't have a big support network around them. Reach out to them. Spend the day together. Celebrate yourselves as mums together. But even though at the end of the day, we would all love to be celebrated and to be appreciated on this special day. And even though for the majority of us single mums, we're doing the exact same thing on Mother's Day that we do every other day, just step back and reflect on where you have come from and be happy that you're not in that relationship that dragged you down. Be happy that you're making some positive progress in your life. And just remember, you are worth celebrating. You are worth celebrating. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, doesn't matter how many people you're going to be spending this Sunday with. You are worthy of celebrating. And if you don't have a budget where you can go out and enjoy a nice Mother's Day lunch together, then sit in the backyard and have a fun picnic. Do something that's just simple with you and the kids where you can feel a little bit special. Just a day that's out of the ordinary. Have a little camp out on the lounge room floor. Watch some movies with some popcorn. Do something fun. Something a little bit different. So in the years to come, you can look back and go, oh, remember that Mother's Day where we just chilled out and ate lollies and popcorn and we just watched movies all day. That was a fun day. Do something where you can giggle and you can laugh together. Pull out some board games, play cards, play I Spy in the backyard or hide and seek. Do something fun with your kids, and watching them laugh will make you laugh. And that's what you want on Mother's Day. And that's where your joy comes from. It comes from your kids. It does. And doing stuff that makes them happy will make you happy. And that's what you want on Mother's Day. Find a way to enjoy those special moments with your kids on Sunday. And again, if you don't have your kids this Sunday, I feel for you, but find a way to do something special for yourself. Try and make the most of this time that you have alone. Don't sit at home being angry at your ex and messaging them because you don't have the kids, and then being upset and wondering what the kids are doing, knowing that they should be with you. As hard as it is, don't sit around thinking that, because it's just going to make your day even harder and more upsetting. Try and use this time to focus on you. Get out and celebrate you. And even if you are doing it on your own, if you are doing it with another single mum that's celebrating their Mother's Day without their kids as well, or maybe you're celebrating it with someone who doesn't have a mum around or they don't have kids, celebrate it with someone or on your own, and find a way to celebrate yourself. Recognize the amazing job you're doing as a single mum, and this is your day for it. So if you don't have your kids this Mother's Day, I don't want you to sit there and get angry. I want you to sit there and go, this is my day to have a rest. This is my day to do what I want. I would love to have my kids, but I have my kids all the time. This is now a me day. I'm going to celebrate me. And even if it's a day where you just sit around in your pajamas because it's something that you never do, eat chocolate, drink wine, do whatever you want. Now, I'm not suggesting you do that all the time, but on Mother's Day, you go do it. You make the most of whatever it is that will make you feel good and make you realize you're a fucking champion as a single mum. So this episode was just a short little one to remind all you single mums out there of how much of an amazing job you are doing. It's a tough gig, and it's even harder when we get to these days where we should be celebrated and we don't get a chance to be celebrated. And you feel sometimes like you're not worthy of it. You're not doing good enough. You're feeling less than or below everyone else because you don't get that same celebration. But you are worthy. You are worthy. Your circumstances are different. Your situation is different. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just because they're at a restaurant with their family and friends, or they're doing big family get-togethers, it doesn't mean that their life is any better than yours. So please, if you are alone this Mother's Day, celebrate you in your own special way. And if you are alone with just you and your kids, which I have done on many years, pretty much every year as a mother. And the hard thing is with me, as I single parent, and it's usually just me and my daughter on Mother's Day. And not only do I not really get to celebrate Mother's Day because it's just me and my daughter, and she's not old enough to make me breakfast or buy these special gifts. It's really just the gifts that she gets from school. But it's always her birthday that falls on Mother's Day weekend. So quite often, Mother's Day gets pushed to the side for her birthday celebrations. I'm even missing the Mother's Day breakfast at school because it falls on her birthday, and she's decided she doesn't want to do the Mother's Day breakfast. She wants a birthday breakfast. So I've let her have the final say in that because it is her birthday, but that's just it. That's just it as a single parent. So not only do we miss having these celebrations, but quite often we don't even get the recognition. And that's what we really crave. That's what most people want as a parent. Well, really anyone in life. You just want to be recognized and acknowledged for the hard work that you do. And for us single mums that put in so much work and constantly on the go, whether it's work, household chores, running around for the kids and everything else we do in between, we don't stop. So it's nice to finally get recognized and acknowledged. But for us, that one chance when we can get it, which is Mother's Day, we quite often don't. So that can be quite saddening and quite off-putting for some people, thinking that Maybe they're not worthy of being celebrated. So don't think like that. Please don't ever think that you are not worthy of being celebrated because your kids are not old enough to understand the meaning of it, or the kids are not old enough to buy you a present or make you breakfast. You are worthy of being celebrated. So today's episode was just a little short Happy Mother's Day episode to remind all you amazing single mums of how amazing you are. Go out and buy yourself some flowers and chocolates. Do you need someone else to buy it for you? No, go out and buy it for yourself. And I guarantee it'll still make you feel good, even if you did pay for it with your money. Putting a nice bunch of flowers on your table and having a nice box of chocolates will make you feel a little bit special. Having nice fresh flowers in the house is always nice. It always makes you feel a little bit fancy, doesn't it? Because we don't often treat ourselves with things like that. So go out and treat yourself. Do something for yourself on Sunday that makes you feel that little bit special. And please, if you are one of those mums out there that's listening and you're on your own, or you are just with your kids and you're struggling and you're finding it tough, please shoot me a message. Message me on my Instagram at LifeAfterPlus1. I'm here to talk to you. If you are really doing it tough this Mother's Day because you're alone or because you don't have your kids and you are struggling to find a way to make yourself feel good, then please reach out. Please reach out, send a message, and I promise I will respond. So just remember, all that hard work you do, everything you do, all those meals you cook, all that running around you do, all that stuff you do twice as hard because we're doing it all on our own. We don't have backup. And it's not just the physical labor we do, it's the emotional labor. Thinking about everything. Sometimes you can just palm off booking things, getting someone else, getting your husband or your partner. Can you just book this in? Can you book the car in? Can you book the lawns in? Those little things as well that people forget about, even though it's just a matter of making a phone call or sending a message or thinking about getting something done. It's stuff that mental and emotional pressure of all these extra jobs, it all piles up. And I think that's a lot of the little tasks that people forget about. It's not just the physical stuff we do, it's also the mental and emotional load that we have to carry on as well. So Sunday, I don't want you to do any of that. I want you to just stop and enjoy it for you and look at all the amazing stuff you've accomplished in your time as being an amazing mum. So please celebrate you. Get out there and celebrate you. And if you want to share some photos of what you've done this Mother's Day with your kids, please send it. Send it through. I love to hear what everyone's doing. Send through your fun Mother's Day activities and I can share some ideas with other people as well. So have a great Mother's Day, everyone. Please enjoy it and please find the positive in the situation. You may not be having that glamorous Mother's Day that everyone else is having, but you are still worthy of being celebrated. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. So happy Mother's Day once again. And as I always say, I hope you got something from this little Mother's Day episode, but it's just to remind you that you deserve to be honored on this day. All right, guys, thank you again. And until next time, I'll be in your ears then. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplus1.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after Plus One.